Hey everybody, welcome back to another Redstone Corner. And today I would like to share and show you how to build my 114.4 crop farm. If you don't remember, I did a little stream the other night where me and Puffing Fish HQ tried to come up with a few that would work to build on the CreepyCraft SMP. And this is the end result of what I came up with. We have 4 platforms. 2 platforms make up each level. It is stackable and easy to pass all the items down through the center. So if you don't remember the way farms used to work, you would use a lighting or string or an observer, some kind of updating trick where you had one single block the villager would empty his crop holdings onto, everything is inventory, and that's how you would collect it. But that's not how this works anymore. Villagers would plant on it and then walk away and go to another block. So those are highly inefficient now. And what works best is having a villager for them to throw their food at. So we use this bell here in the center. Villagers can pathfind to that bell up to 48 blocks away. And but we don't use that full 48, obviously. The amount of cropland they will tend is way smaller than that. In fact, I think it would be a 20 by 20 diamond shape is what they'll actually tend. Here we only have a 16 by 16 because the full 20 by 20 actually nets you less crops per an hour than scaling it down to the 16 by 16. So they will tend more crops during their work time, and during gathering time, they will unload more here. They will toss the food to this other villager. We just use a trapdoor above these hopper minecarts so that they can't move them. And if you look at their hitbox, it actually goes 2 pixels above the trapdoor. So the hopper minecarts will catch all the food. And then we use a hopper on top of this trapdoor so it'll pass everything down and through. There is a hopper right there that those sit on. And then we just use 2 more hoppers on either side to connect it to the center point. And that is how you collect from these farms. Now, this farm setup right here that I have as is averages 900 to 1,000 potato and carrots an hour, which I think isn't bad, honestly. Like I said, I tested this at its full farmland, and it was less efficient. It was somewhere around 400 to 700 crops an hour. Before we get started, I should probably show you that to build each one of these platforms, you will need 8 water sources, 1 composter, 2 villagers, 1 bell, 9 hoppers for the entire farm I have shown you today. Probably more if you expand it, less if you don't. 2 hopper minecarts per platform, 4 trapdoors, 12 light sources per platform, and then 88 blocks of your choice per platform, and then a few stacks of glass. Kind of depends on how big you tend to go. So we can just go right on over here, and we will come up. All right, so that's going to be where your water source goes. So then get your little hollow point here, put in your water source, and on either side you're going to count 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and do that for all of these until you get this plus shape like this. And then to connect them up, start 1 and then go 2, 2, 2 like this to get your pattern shape. And you'll end up with each of these sides having 3. And then you fill the entire thing in. So finish that up. I will too, and then we will come back. Alright, so when you're done, you should have something that looks like this. You can go ahead, come on in, place your composter over that water source, and you can use a sea lantern or glowstone, doesn't really matter. Place it on top. And then starting at the outsides here, you're going to place a glowstone there, count 2, place another one, count 2, and another one. And do that same thing all the way around until you end up with all your sides covered with light sources. This will light up the entire platform. And then now you can go ahead and take your stairs and you're going to place them one there underneath the light sources at the edge here and one there, and do that on all of them with the water source in the center and these ones on the outside. Oh, you will hydrate your entire field. Sorry, I'm having some dry mouth problems while recording. But yes, you'll hydrate your entire field, no problem. And now you can take your solid blocks and start one behind the stair, 2, 1, 2, 1, and then 1. And then don't forget, cover this side of the dirt, just makes it look cleaner. And then do that all the way around until you have something that starts looking like this. Now you could, if you really want to, put one there and one here and just run it all the way around, but I like it. I think it looks better like that, honestly. And then you want to do this all the way around. This way it will cover your water sources. You want to make sure these are covered so you don't have water come spewing out everywhere. You can go ahead now and fill in your waterlogged stairs. I guess you could also use trapdoors if you don't want the border of blocks around them. But as I said, that would just look ugly. So you will need 8, like I said earlier. I will include a world download with this as well, so you have a reference. Okay, so now you need to pick a side that your villagers are going to be on, your collection. I would pick something going east to west just because of the rails. So we're going to pick this side right here. That means we're going to come underneath the middle block here, place a hopper, another hopper on top. I'm going to break that so it'll look like this. You'll extend this out by 5 blocks because this will be where your connection point is to the other side. And then you're going to want to take glass and go 2 high across the entire thing. And while you're at it, you will want to go ahead and put your glass up on the rest of it, following that diagonal line 2 high. So now that your glass is done and you have your walls up, you come over here to your hopper. You want to place a rail, a hopper minecart, break the rail, place a trapdoor right above it. So you can place another rail and minecart, break the rail, break the trapdoor, and then place a trapdoor on the top of these 2 blocks right here. And then you're going to come in here. You want to place a glass block behind that hopper, then a light source, then a glass block on top of that light source, and another glass block here. That will be where your other villager on the other side goes. Place a bell right there in the center. And then now you can till your soil. I would probably wait and get your villagers in. You want to put the one in the farm first so he picks up the profession. And then get your other one in here. It is a bit rough to do. Then come up under here. Place a hopper against this light source. And then you'll place 2 going into it. There. And 2 coming out of it on this side. And that way you can place your next hopper down there and start the next platform for your farm. You just repeat everything you did on this side here going out. So if I were you, just to get a good center start, I would start on top of this hopper right here, placing blocks, and count 4, 6, 8, and right there, that would be where your water source goes on the 9th block. Alright, now to start the next one here, which is come up, create your little plus sign, and then repeat the exact same thing we did over on that side there. Go out 7 more blocks in each direction here, and then connect them up, doing the exact same thing there. So now that is filled in, and you have your water source and composter in the middle, just like you did over there. Come over here, starting on the corners of these 3, count 2, count 2. And it's just the same repeating pattern over and over again here. And then starting at every edge on the 2nd block here, you're going to put, I guess we don't want to forget that side, do we? Then, yep, starting on every side here, just do that. And then just like the last one, you will wrap around the solid blocks so that your water sources will get held in on the side here. After you are done with that and you're done putting in your water sources, make sure to put in your glass. Tidbit of advice, make sure before you build this, you do not build it in a slime chunk. Slimes can spawn in here. So the last thing you have to do for this side is grab your trapdoors, rail, and hopper minecarts again. Come down on this hopper, place your rail, minecart, break the rail, put a trapdoor over the top of it so it's occupying the same block. And then you can put another rail and hopper minecart, and then break both the rail and trapdoor there. And then place another trapdoor on top like you did on the other side. And make sure you put a hopper in top here if you're going to repeat the next level. Do it again. So what you would do before you started, you want to do both of these. And just like down here, you will put a piece of glass there and there. A light source there with a piece of glass on top, and that's where your bell will go. And then you can just simply copy everything on up and create your double layered farm here. Now, I will show you something, a nice little quick, easy thing you can do to save yourself a bunch of hoppers by taking 1 redstone torch. You will need 2 observers, 1 sticky piston, 1 dropper, a comparator, and a repeater, and then a solid block of your choice. You can come on down here and place a dropper against that hopper there. Place a solid block with a comparator on top. That comparator will be going into a block with a redstone torch on it. Place a sticky piston against the front side there. Then you want to place a second solid block with a repeater. With a repeater on 2 ticks going into this solid block. Come with one of your observers and place it against that sticky piston, and place the other one facing the setup so they're like that. So every time an item comes through these hoppers, that will get powered, and it will empty it. Nothing will get stuck in there. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is another farm in my little video series I have started doing for essentially needed 114 farms and such. Words, I'm good with them, aren't I? In the description below are the links to my Twitter, Discord, and Facebook, my Patreon, my Streamlabs, my merch store, which will be only open for another 3 more days. So make sure you check that out. If you haven't already, do consider subscribing so you can keep up to date with all the cool things we're doing over here. And come join my Discord. Hit me up. We have some fun over there too. We get a lot of ideas passing around, share a lot. I've learned a lot from a lot of the people that have come and joined. It's really cool. So I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.